Good morning, children. Now today we are going to discuss about the trigonometric ratio of complementary angles. T for trigonometry, R for ratio, C for complementary, A for angles. First of all, we will try to understand that what is the definition of complementary angles. Two angles are said to be complementary if their sum is equal to 90 degree. It means that the complement of 30 is 60, because when we will add 30 and 60, it will become 90. Similarly, the complement of 50 is 40, because if we will add 50 and 40, it will be equal to 90. Now over here we are having a triangle ABC in which angle B is 90 degree. It means that the sum of angle A and angle C will be equal to 90 degree, because we know in a triangle that the sum of all the three angles of a triangle is always equal to 180 degree. So as we have taken one angle B is 90 degree, therefore if we will find the sum of these angle A and angle C, it will also become equal to 90 degree, because when these three will be added, then it will be equal to 180 degree. Now here we have expressed it also, that angle B in triangle ABC, angle B is equal to 90 degree. Then angle A plus angle C, sum of angle A and angle C will be equal to 90 degree. Therefore we can express angle C in this way, that angle C can be expressed as 90 minus angle A, or simply 90 minus A. Now if we will take in this right angle triangle for angle A, then the side opposite of angle A will be treated as perpendicular, and the side adjacent with it on 90 degree will be base, that is base is AB, and perpendicular is BC for angle A, and the side opposite to right angle will be hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is common in these both angles, for angle A and angle C. Now for angle C, which has been expressed as 90 minus angle A, we will have perpendicular as AB, because the side opposite to angle C is equal to AB, and base is the adjacent side with right angle of perpendicular is BC, therefore base is BC. Now hypotenuse is same, the side opposite to right angle, that is AC. Now AC is common for both angles. Now we will start taking ratio of sin A. Now sin A will be expressed as the quotient of P and H, perpendicular by hypotenuse. For angle A, perpendicular is BC, and for hypotenuse AC. Now sin A will be expressed as BC by AC. Here cos A is the quotient of base and hypotenuse. Base is AB and hypotenuse is AC. Similarly, we have obtained other ratios. Tan A is equal to quotient of P and B. Perpendicular is BC and base is AB. Now cot A is equal to quotient of base and perpendicular, which is equal to AB by BC, because base is being represented by AB and perpendicular is represented by BC. Now sec A is equal to H by B. H is equal to AC and base is equal to AB. Now cosec A is the quotient of H and P, that H is equal to AC and P is equal to BC. Now we are going to take the ratio for C, for angle C. For sin C, we can write sin 90 minus A. As I have explained you earlier, that angle C can be written as 90 minus angle A, or simply 90 minus A. So for sin C, we can write sin 90 minus A. This 90 minus A has been written for angle C. Now sin 90 minus A is equals to, again the ratio is representing by the quotient of perpendicular and hypotenuse. Here perpendicular is AB and hypotenuse is AC. Now cos C is equal to cos 90 minus A, that is equals to B by H, and B represents by BC and H is represented by AC. Now comes to tan C. Tan C is equal to tan 90 minus A is equals to perpendicular by base. Perpendicular is AB and base is BC. Similarly, cot C is equals to cot 90 minus A, which is equals to base by perpendicular. Base is represented by BC and perpendicular is represented by AB. Sec C is equals to sec 90 minus A, which will be written as H by B. For hypotenuse it is written AC, and for base it is written BC. Now cosec C is equals to cosec 90 minus A, which is equals to H by P, where H is AC and perpendicular is AB. Now if we will compare this whole equation 2 with equation 1, this whole equation 2 will be compared with equation 1, we get sin 90 minus A is equal to cos A. Sin 90 minus A is equals to cos A. How it comes? Now see over here. What is the value of sin 90 minus A? Sin C, that is equals to sin 90 minus A. Sin 90 minus A. But this value is equals to AB by AC. Now if we will see the value in equation number 1, then we see that cos A is equal to AB by AC. Thus what do we conclude? We conclude that cos A is equals to sin 90 minus A. That is the complementary relation. Here it is called 90 minus A because when we will add 90 minus A and A, it will be equals to 90 degree. Now this sin 90 minus A will be equal to cos A. That is the relation of the trigonometric ratio. Similarly, we will obtain all the other ratios. If you will compare each ratio, you will get this one. And on the basis of this complementary relation, this name has also been given. Actually, the full name of sine is SINE, and it is cosine. It is complementary of this sine, so it has been called as cosine. This cos 90 minus A is complementary of this sine, so it has been expressed so. Is it clear now that sin 90 minus A is equals to cos A? Similarly, cos 90 minus A is equal to sin A. These are the complementary relation of the trigonometric ratio. And tan 90 minus A is equals to cot A. Cot 90 minus A is equals to tan A. These things can be obtained or can be compared from equation 1 and 2. You can verify it that the value of tan 90 minus A will be equal to cot A in equation number 1 or not. Similarly, the value of cot 90 minus A in equation number 2 is equal to the value of tan A in equation number 1 or not. You will observe that all will be equal to each other. Similarly, sec 90 minus A will be equal to cosec A, and cosec 90 minus A will be equal to sec A. These are the complementary relation of the trigonometric ratios. Now I am going to just revise all the things which we have studied till over here. First of all, I just want to explain you that these are the trigonometric ratios we study in right angle triangle. If we take angle C as theta, then for theta, for angle C, we will have perpendicular as AB, base as BC, and hypotenuse as AC. Now the ratio of all these P, B and H will give us some special name of trigonometric ratio. Here the ratio of perpendicular and hypotenuse gives the name sin theta, that is equals to AB by AC. The ratio of base and hypotenuse gives us a name cosine theta, that is cos theta, which is equals to BC by AC. The ratio of P and B gives us a name tangent theta, which in short it is called tan theta, which is equals to AB by BC. And the quotient of B and P will give us a new name of the ratio, that is cotangent, and cot theta is the short name of it, which is equals to BC by AB. Here the ratio of hypotenuse and base gives us a name of trigonometric ratio, that is secant theta, whose short name is sec theta, and its value is equals to AC by BC from this triangle. And cosec theta is the ratio of H by P, whose full name is cosecant, and the ratio of H by P is equal to AC by AB. These were the name of the trigonometric ratios which we have studied earlier. Now on the basis of this we have obtained some relations also. It is quotient relation. Tan theta can be expressed as the ratio of sin theta by cos theta, or as the quotient of sin theta and cos theta. Similarly, cot theta can be expressed as the quotient of cos theta by sin theta. Apart from this one, we are having some inverse relation and product relation. Inverse relation is that sin theta can be expressed as inverse of cosec, that is 1 by cosec theta. Similarly, cos theta can be expressed as 1 by sec theta. Tan theta can be expressed as 1 by cot theta. Cot theta can be expressed as 1 by tan theta. Sec theta can be expressed as 1 by cos theta. And cosec theta can be expressed as 1 by sin theta. This is called inverse relation of the trigonometric ratios. There are the 6 ratios, 6 relations. Sin and cosec are inverse of each other. Sin is equal to 1 by cosec theta, and cosec theta is equal to 1 by sin theta. Similarly, cos and sec are inverse of each other. Cos theta can be written as 1 by sec theta, and sec theta can be written as 1 by cos theta. Similarly, tan and cot are inverse of each other. Tan theta can be written as 1 by cot theta, and cot theta is expressed as 1 by tan theta. Apart from these relations, we are having some product relation also. If we will multiply these two, sin theta and cosec theta, if we do the cross multiplication, we get another relation, that is called product relation. That sin theta into cosec theta or cosec theta into sin theta is equals to 1. As we know that numbers which are in the product form are commutative. It means that if we interchange the place of the digits or the term, the result remains same. For example, you can think that 2 into 3 will be equal to 3 into 2, and both are giving the same result, 6. Similarly, over here, sin theta into cosec theta will be equal to cosec theta into sin theta, and that will be equal to 1. Similarly, cos theta into sec theta is equals to 1, or sec theta into cos theta is equals to 1. And tan theta into cot theta is equals to 1, and cot theta into tan theta is equals to 1. Therefore, we are having few more relations that are known as product relation, that the product of sin and cosec is equal to 1, product of cos and sec is equals to 1, and product of tan and cot is equals to 1. Now we will solve the questions on the basis of these formulas and relations. Now we are going to see exercise 8.3, few questions of. The first question that you have to find out the value of sin 18 by cos 72. To find out the value of sin 18 by cos 72, you can convert either of these ratio in another ratio. For example, over here, I have explained you this question with conversion of both ratio. First, we have converted this sin into cos. We can express this sin 18 degree as sin 90 minus 72 degree, because if we will find out the difference of 90 and 72, it will again become 18. But as we are aware of that sine 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. So sine 90 minus 72 can be expressed as cos 72 using the formula of complementary relation that sine 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Therefore, what do we observe now? That both numerator and denominator are the same term. So we can cancel it out to find out the value of sine 18 by cos 72 is equal to 1. Now we can solve the same question in another way also. We can convert this cos 72 into sine. You can use either of the process. Now this cos 72 can be written as cos 90 minus 18. Since if we will find out the difference of 90 minus 18, we get 72 again. But since it is in the form of cos 90 minus theta, so it will be expressed as cos 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta. So cos 90 minus 18 can be written as sin 18 degree. Now we see in the numerator and denominator both are sin 18 degree. Now the same terms are there, so it can be cancelled it out to get the value 1. Now we see question number 2. In this question, here we are having the product of few value of tan, that is tan 48 degree into tan 23 degree into tan 42 degree into tan 67 degree. Now we have to find out the product of all these. Now we will express either tan 48 and tan 23 into cot, or we can convert tan 42 and tan 67 into cot. So we have converted this tan 42 and tan 67 into cot. Tan 48 has been written as tan 48, tan 23 has been written as tan 23, but this tan 42 has been expressed as the difference of 90 minus 48. So the complement of 42 is 48. Here complement of 67 is 23. So 67 has been expressed as 90 minus 23. Now as we are aware of the complementary relation that tan 90 minus theta can be written as cot theta. So for tan 90 minus 48 we have written cot 48. And for tan 90 minus 23 we have written cot 23. And now it has been explained to you earlier that tan theta into cot theta is equals to 1. So we have combined this tan 48 and cot 48 together, tan 23 and cot 23 together, and using the formula that tan theta into cot theta is equals to 1. So we can use that formula to find out the value of tan 48 into cot 48 is equals to 1, and tan 23 into cot 23 is also equal to 1. Now the product of 1 and 1 is equal to 1. Therefore, the result tan 48 into tan 23 into tan 42 into tan 67 is equal to 1. Thus we have obtained RHS. We have started with LHS and we have obtained RHS. Now in question number 3, it is given that we have to find out the value of A when tan 2A is cot A minus 15. So using the relation of complementary relation, we can write for 2A cot 90 minus 2A. For tan 2A we can write cot 90 minus 2A. And in RHS we are having cot A minus 18. Since both LHS and RHS are having the same ratio, so it will be cancelled it out. So what are left? 90 minus 2A is left with A minus 18. Now minus 18 and 90 will be taken in RHS. Since it is over here plus 90, when it will be taken in RHS, it will be converted into minus 90. Now minus 18 minus 90 is in RHS, and minus 2a, this a is taken in LHS, it becomes minus a. So minus 2 and minus a will become minus 3a, and minus 18 and minus 90 becomes minus 108. Now to find out the value of a, we will find out the quotient of minus 108 and minus 3. Thus we get result 36. Therefore the value of a is equal to 36 will satisfy the condition over here. Now you will revise exercise 8.3, the remaining questions, and then you will find out your problems and start doing the questions in your fair copy now.